Geordie, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
You don't drive, do you?
I did years ago.
Did you? When was the last time you drove a car?
Oh, about 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. What made you stop? You couldn't...
I was, instead of turning corners, Gerry, was going over the ditches. And
That's a good reason to stop. I think that's as good a reason as any. You just couldn't manage the corners.
No.
All right, then. It may have been something to do with alcohol consumption, would it have
I
been?
would say so.
Well, you're well off out of
Maybe
it then.
the enlightenment was... Duffy and Tuffy were making a record.
Sorry, what was that?
Duffy and Tuffy.
Duffy and Tuffy. Is this a joke?
No.
Duffy and Tuffy were making a record.
Yes, where has all the good times gone?
It's very cryptic. Why are you telling me this?
Well, how do you go about it to get your record out?
You want to make a record yourself?
Duffy and Tuffy.
Who's Duffy and Tuffy?
Ursula Duffy.
Ursula Duffy.
A small version of Dolly Parton.
But hold on a second. Ursula Duffy is a small version of Dolly Parton. Now,
Yes.
is there a person called Ursula Duffy? Or have you just made this person up?
Yes, no.
Is this a friend of yours?
Aye.
Uh-huh.
She'll do the wiggling and I'll do the singing.
Oh, you're going to be a duo.
Ah,
And what are you going to call yourselves?
Duffy and Tuffy.
You should have explained that to me at the start rather than make me kind of, dig in there to try and find a Duffy and Tuffy.
Ah,
Well, which one are you?
I'm Tuffy.
Uh-huh. I should have guessed that, really.
And Ursula's Duffy.
Uh-huh. Well, where did you two meet, if I may be so bold?
Oh, many years ago.
Uh-huh. Well, have you ever performed in... Well, let me just rephrase that. Have you ever sang in public?
Oh, yes.
Have you? Where did you sing?
I sung all over the old tickers and Ballinasloe and...
Oh, the old horse fair at Ballinasloe.
Ah.
With the Tinkers with Pecker Dunn and...
That's right.
Ah. And, well, I've never heard you
And
sing.
I play the mouth organ too.
Well, I would have guessed it, but I don't think I've ever heard you sing. Feel free to give us a bar or something if you want to. And what is that song you want to record with Ursula? What's it called again?
Where has all the good times gone?
I think you'll find it's called Where Have All the Good Times Gone, but let's not be a pet.
Right. Now, don't get picky.
No, but I mean, you have to get this thing right. I mean, if you put a song out called Where Has All the Good Times Gone, people may not take you seriously. It's like being able to, it's like spelling times wrong. When you see that in a record, you see a word spelt wrong, you don't respect the person who's singing it. So, why don't you sing us a bit of that to see what the chances are that it might kind of...
I'll tell you what.
What?
When I was young, I had no sense. I bought a fiddle for 15 pence. But all the tunes that I could play was going over Dolly's brow.
Well, that's not bad. You've got a certain timbre to your voice, if I may use the word. You've got a singing voice. You've got a good voice. People who sing there, sometimes they don't have a voice, but you've got a nice, cutting, raspy voice, I'd say, honed by cigarettes and poaching.
And potting and drink.
That voice has been well smoked. Well, I think you should go ahead. Have you approached someone to record this?
Yes, but then he was to come back to me.
Maybe Dolly's Bray wouldn't be a great one to do for the first record.
No.
Maybe perhaps something else, something a little, even. Where has all the good times gone?
Aye.
Where has all the good times gone? Long time
away. Where is all the good times gone? Far, far away.
Well, I think Ursula. How does Ursula feel about this? Is she willing?
Oh yes, she does the wiggling and I do the singing.
Oh, she'll do the wiggling.
Ah.
Was she a willing partner, or is she tied up in your
yes.
house somewhere? Listen, never mind this frivolity. There's someone with a serious question to ask you. Let me just find out who it is. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry. How are you?
I'm all right. Who is this, I wonder?
This is Sheila here.
Sheila, you're through to Geordie. I don't know if he can hear you or not. Hello, Geordie, can you hear Sheila?
I can.
Okay.
How you doing, Geordie?
I can't turn the two up too loud because it starts to sing,
No.
much like Geordie's voice. What do you want to ask him something?
Yes, I want to know, would he know where you could get a water diviner?
A water diviner? I think maybe Geordie could do that himself.
There's one there, he lives outside a friend somewhere.
Uh-huh.
On the top of the hill.
Right.
A man who speaks with a forked stick?
Aye.
Well, I mean, is that what he does? He uses a forked stick? Does he do that?
He can find water.
I know what a water diviner is, but do they still use the spiked stick or do they use some kind of modern technology?
Yes.
Well, tell us more. Don't keep us in suspense. What does he do? And have you seen him operating?
Well, it's a wee bog Sally with a fork on it, and he holds it in his hand.
A bog Sally with a fork on it.
Ah,
Do you know what that means, madam?
Forks in his hand, and then when he hits water, it starts to vibrate.
Oh, right.
Indeed vibrate.
Ah,
Right. Okay. Well, this man in Rathfriland.
yes.
And what is this lady's name? Sorry, what's your name, love? What's this lady's name? Oh, she away? Where's she gone? Sorry, you scared her. Look, she's away.
Jerry, thank you for getting all my roosters.
No, she was cut off there. I'm
I
sorry.
was looking roosters.
And how many roosters do you have now?
I have 6.
That seems a lot.
Rodine Reds, Blackman Nortners, the Sussex.
Now, the most vital question is, I hope you're not going to tell me that you've only one hen.
No, I have 2 hens.
3 to 1.
But they don't boss them out hens.
Do they not?
No,
I wouldn't like to be a hen with 6 roosters looking in the window.
Now, I tell you, they put manners in the roosters.
Well, they need to keep their legs crossed, that's all I can say.
No, well, nothing strange for you.
Nothing strange at all. Listen, I'll tell you what, let me know when you do your demo. I'll be the first to play it.
Right, thank you.
Okay? God bless you, my son.
God bless you, my son.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Someone on the line here. Hello, good morning. Hello?
We are not.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Gerry.
Geordie, how are you? Have we caught you?
The best. Burnt earth and all the state up well.
You sound like your old self. And how are you today? Everything's okay?
Oh, yes.
Anything that we can help you with today? Anything?
No,
Listen.
I've the cooker, Gerry.
Did you get the cooker? Did you get it fixed?
No, I got a brand new one.
Did you? Well, did
Hold on a wee second.
Did the gentleman who...
No, I don't know where it was, but I had a receipt.
I see you're back to normal. Listen, tell me this and tell me no more. Was it the man who rang this programme to offer you the cooker? Was that the one you accepted? That's the one you took?
That's all. I think he was in the cooking chair.
Well,
I think he only wanted to talk to you.
Well, you should know. And he didn't have an opportunity.
That's all. Sure, he didn't leave a phone number or nothing.
What happened there, Mr. Coyle?
That was was not a fridge you were looking for, Geordie?
Yes.
That's the same thing as a cooker.
No.
No, I've got a cooker.
Hold on a minute. Was it not a fridge? A man came on this programme, offered you a fridge.
Yes.
And what happened there? Did you not pass the number on, Sean?
No.
He didn't leave his number.
He didn't leave the number, and then when we told him to contact us...
You can tell the listeners that, Sean, but you can't tell me that. Anyone who phones this programme, you have the number. Okay?
No, we do not.
Yes, you do.
Do not.
The number comes up.
It does not.
Does it not?
No, you see.
Do you not have a machine in there the
No,
number comes up?
Thomasina's sitting in the corner, and I'm defending Thomasina.
Thomasina, tiny little thing.
You see.
Thomasina dance.
No.
Thomasina sing.
So.
Don't get it? So in other words, people can ring up here and you don't know what they're...
And abuse
Did
us.
the BBC not have a policy of knowing what the number is in case of some crazy person?
Well,
Do we not know that?
That's entirely up to us to vet them.
God help the listeners, that's all I can say.
Responsibility we have.
So in other words, what you're saying is, through no fault of your own, that man was unable to leave his number.
Didn't
see fit to leave his number.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we didn't need that eventually. But what about your fridge then? You've got a
bought
cooker.
a new one.
Bought? Where did you buy it?
Fridge.
Where did you buy it?
In Bonnbridge.
Banbridge? Big money, I think, by the sound of that.
Indeed, it was £200.
Woo! We can't bandy £200 about lightly. That must have been a big decision.
It took some walking and now Rusty the hobo.
I know, that's a lot of sheep mounted.
And a whole lot of foxes.
Yes, indeed. Well, how is the cooker and the fridge functioning to your satisfaction?
100%.
That's good. Anything else that you required, maybe we can help you with? Anything else to make your life a little easier now that your arse is burnt?
Well, not at the minute now.
Okay, then.
But do you know what I have?
What?
It puts me mind you, boy, when you said you were skinny and lovely legs and stuff, you know?
Yes, yes.
Well, it's an advert. It's a glass, like a wee mirror sort of thing.
Yes.
And it's pearl soap.
Pearl.
And a wee skinny, his ma's lifting him to put him at this boffin. You remember you with your spindly legs?
Can you make that out, Sean?
No.
We can't. We're not getting the sense
What was
of
that?
that.
Is that a mirror, Geordie? What is it?
Yes, there's a wee picture. Yes.
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 This is
It's colour, you know, without a tin bath.
Yes, the old tin bath. Yes.
And the ma's lifting Are we Gosling into it?
We Gosling.
I seen only skinny legs that put my mind in Gerry.
It reminds Geordie on you, Gerry.
Oh, my legs?
Yes,
my skinny legs.
Your wee skinny
thanks,
legs,
Shorty.
yeah.
That's nice of you to think
And
of
if
me.
anyone has pearl soup now.
Pearl soap.
Pearl soap, yeah.
Ah,
You require pearl soap.
yes.
Okay. Listen, something I might have to ask you. There's been grave disappointment expressed on the airways, but through the throats of many people. Many people are terribly concerned that our summer will never, ever come. And I told them that they had it at the beginning of May. And they didn't believe me.
No, September, Gerry.
Is it going to be nice in September?
Ah.
Are there
I
any
told
signs
you.
there? I know you told me, but have you seen any recent signs that would confirm your prediction?
Yes, well, there's not so much fruit on old bushes and stuff. And
Not so much fruit in the old bushes.
no.
Well, what is that? That means there's going to be a late flowering? Does that mean? Is that what that means?
Well, it's going to be nice and mild.
Yeah, but is it going to be warm? It's about summer. It means it's going to be nice.
About September.
No, but apparently the weather's going to get hot apparently towards the weekend. I hear people muttering about here.
Well, I do know. I'll take it with a pinch of salt.
I would indeed, yes, as indeed many of your victuals are consumed. Well, thank you very much, Geordie, for that, and God bless you.
And will you send me your latest book?
I will when I write it. I certainly will, Geordie. You shall. I might.
The best one of that guy was the first one you wrote.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to get you a Kindle.
What?
I'm going to get you a Kindle. And you'll be able to read 50 Shades of Grey. And we'll have to keep the women away from you. Okay?
Well, way here painting now. He's painting the doors.
You're painting the doors.
Ah,
That's
getting
good.
them painted.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing any whitewashing these days?
No, so I have to wait till the while, Gerry.
Indeed. Right, thank you, Geordie. God bless you.
Bye, God bless you, my son.
Bye. Bye. Good to see Geordie back to his former self. Can't understand a single word he says.
It's good.
Michelle says, last Friday we went to the Ulster Hall to see the Ulster Orchestra perform pieces by the Russian composers Stravinsky, Shostakovich, Mussorgsky and Prokofiev. A brilliant night. At the end, a handful of us did a standing ovation at the very front, but nobody joined us. You see, people who go to classical music, they're not very demonstrative.
Right.
Do you know what I hate at concerts or even sitting in a pub?
Aye.
And you know when they do that, say the crackling rosy get on board bit or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and people put their hands up in the air and they want you to put your hand. You're sitting on a seat and they want to hold your hand up in the air and rock from from cheek to cheek. That sort of way.
I have to join, yeah.
Everybody sway with their hand in the air, and they'd be annoyed if you don't give them your hand.
They do
say,
that.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Especially, women. They do it. They, put
They
their
do.
hand-
They
they
do
put-
that.
I don't like that.
When Gabo was interviewing Daniel, they did that then.
That's right.
When
That's
Daniel
right.
started to sing, they
when
did
Daniel was
that.
doing his rock and roll bit. That's right. Yeah.
The worst one was, do you remember the time when everybody used to take Irish seriously? Do you remember? Remember the time during the Troubles? And there was a certain bar in Derry, and everybody used to go to it because all the rest of them were bummed. And you could go in there and be a fella singing in Irish, and you weren't allowed to talk when he was singing in Irish. Remember that?
Do you want a spade? Do you dig that hole deeper?
And do you remember if he said anything? It's just shh, shh, shh.
Yeah.
Could I have a shh? Could I have a fuck? Shh. And you can
There's a call for you in one Kemosabe.
As we left the concert, we were given flyers advertising a further Russian night on the 20th of August, again in the Ulster Hall. I nearly fainted with excitement. The Ulster Youth Orchestra will be playing my beloved Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto No. 2. I texted my sister to ask if she wanted to come along. She texted back to tell me to add 3 tickets to my order. So that's 7 of us going. Then I texted her to say, only getting round to mentioning now that there'll also be a bit of Shostakovich and Rimsky-Korsakov. Hope you don't mind. I couldn't be arsed typing their names before now. They can be a bit hard to listen to for the uninitiated. Too late. Tickets are bought. Ha! She replied with, oh, let's hope it's that other thing. Such a brilliant piece. Or could it be Dimitri's Festive Overture? I'd look forward to that. I couldn't speak for laughing. She then revealed that she had the Ulster Hall guide. I hadn't known that. It was funny at the time. The same performance will be on the 19th of August in the Millennium Forum in Derry, Stoke, Londonderry, in case you're interested. My tickets are bought, so it's safe to mention it. Imagining you're mentioning it today will result in it selling out. Of course it will. Is there someone on the line, did you say?
Bert.
Rimsky. And that's the way it is. I used to speak the last line. No. And that's her now. And no, you do the last line. And that's all for now. You're no fun.
No, I'm not getting into that hole with you.
Hello, good morning.
Don't push it, Gerry.
Aye.
I heard about you.
You heard about me?
Yes.
Like what?
You're nothing but a low-down Yankee. Yeah.
You speak pretty good American for a Comanche.
I got you there, Gerry.
You did indeed.
Oh, dear me. Listen,
You enjoyed that?
I did it. That singing you done there was brilliant.
Isn't it great?
You sound like a chief of the zoo.
Well, you see, I have always thought. Can I be serious for a moment?
Yes, sir.
When I was a child growing up in Donegal, that's the time when people were terribly, terribly kind of almost Sicilian. I remember old people used to wear black shawls. I mean, this was in the 50s. I mean, old people did wear black shawls in Donegal in the 50s. And there was a different kind of Irishness now. What you have now is a kind of a pop Irishness, kind of a river dance Irishness. But people used to actually sit in pubs, and I'd be there on old, on kind of big nights and stuff like that. And I'd be like 7, 8 years old. This is a long time ago, or nearly 50 years ago now. Yeah. And you'd be sitting and people would be singing, and then when I got a bit older, I used to go to the movies. And then I used to go to the cowboy movies, and you'd see all these Indians going around going, I say, there's boys there as my uncles. They must be all from Donegal, them boys.
Haven't heard.
And then the most strange thing is this. She'd be getting excited.
What's that man might speak?
Oh, don't be sarcastic.
No,
There's plenty of room for him to speak. I'll stop.
A word in, Richard.
I'll stop now in a minute.
My rifle, my pony, and me.
You see, that's when you let him speak. That's what he does. You see, and the strange thing about that, whenever you went to all the movies, the Hollywood movies, and all the Indians are going, and then
put something on him there, will you? Get some salt on him.
Sean, explain it.
Get some salt on him.
Get some salt on him.
Some salt on him.
But then when
Rifle, my pony, and me. Thank you, Gerry.
Why does he keep saying that? For no particular reason.
He wants to hear that song, My Rifle.
Is that what he wants?
Is it?
I'll ask him.
Please, Gerry, if you have it.
I'll talk to him. You want to hear My Rifle, My Pony, and Me?
That's a lovely song.
It's from...
It brings me back to those days you were talking about at the movies. Cowboy westerns.
Yes. Was that from The Sons of Katie Elder?
No,
what movie is that from?
Was it Rio Grande?
Rio Grande?
Rio Grande.
Rio Grande.
Yeah.
We never said Rio Grande.
No,
we always said Rio Grande.
Grande.
We didn't know about the E.
Yeah.
Rio Grande.
Yeah.
Rio Grande.
We don't want your stinking badgers. We don't want your Rio Grande. Anyway, go away.
Okay, Gerry.
What does he want? Does he want anything else?
It was
No,
My
I
Rifle,
think-
My Pony, and
All right, he said that 8 times. Right, go away now. Did you know the interesting
Just
thing?
ask. You want to talk?
Of course, it's my program.
Yeah, no, why? Apparently, you're talking now, and you're on Radio 4 as well.
Am I on now?
Yeah.
Am I really?
Yeah,
I
apparently.
thought I was not an next
What are you on
Tuesday.
about?
Pardon?
What are you on about?
Could be telling them or they'll be turning over.
All right then.
It'll affect our figures.
There's another call on too.
The strange thing about that is when you went to the movies and you see all these Indians wearing feathers and going, hey, and then when you actually go and meet real Indians, there's nobody wearing feathers at all. I went to an Apache puberty initiation rite, and a Mescalero Apache. And all the guys had this big fire, and they were dancing around it, all the Apaches. And I was only the people I was with. We were the only white people there, and there was no feathers, no nothing. And do you know what they were wearing? They were wearing like do you ever see Balinese traditional dance where they wear looks like a chandelier in their head? Do you ever see that? Hello?
Rio Bravo. It's from Rio Bravo, Janet tells me.
The Apaches who were dancing around, they weren't like the Apaches in the movies. They were like Balinese, and they're wearing and I said to myself, well, that's real Indians. That's real Indians. See, notice I stopped talking to you because you weren't listening.
You know, Janet was tapping me in the shoulder.
Oh, she'd stop that. Hello, good morning. She'd tap you somewhere else for a change. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Gerry.
Oh, Geordie. Geordie, the man was talking about, he was having his breakfast and he saw a pigeon ate in front of him. Was that a sparrowhawk?
It was, yes.
Wouldn't have been a buzzard, no. Buzzards are too slow.
The sparrowhawk is fast. They're all asking you up. They're all asking about you in Ballinasloe.
Were you at the horse fair?
I was.
The horse fair at Ballinasloe.
I bought a lovely piebald fella.
Did you really?
Ah.
And brought it back with you?
Uh-huh.
How did you get it back? Did you have a trailer or
Oh,
something?
the owner left it. It was on delivery.
On delivery. Well, what's the crack in Ballinasloe these days?
They're all looking for you.
Were they?
They say, is he a miss of your imagination or does he live at all?
I do live. Ballinasloe, I'm big in Ballinasloe. What is there still crack down there? Is it corporate
Gerry,
now?
It's made.
Was there drink involved?
Oh, what?
Drink was a factor.
Ah, well, now, you know, not a big factor now.
Did you ever go to
Never-
Puck? Did you ever go to Puck Fair
I was.
in Killorglin? I was there a couple of times.
I had big Stanley and the goat there.
Well, you see, you could put the goat up in the perch.
He was up.
Are you
He was up
serious?
there- He was up there for 3 days.
Your goat was King Puck?
Ah,
Your goat was King Puck?
yes.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
why?
What a privilege. How did you get that? How did you manage that? Because
Well, it was his horns, the big he was.
obviously he was selected.
Yeah,
It's a
and
great
then-
honour to be selected as the owner of King Puck.
And then they put a rope on him and they winched him up.
I've seen that done. And they just give him a bit of water and he's up there for 3
They
days.
winched
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah. And the goat's as happy as Larry. They
He
give him,
was, oh, why?
they give him bits and pieces to eat when he's
And
up
a wee
there.
lot of Ortons left beside him to eat.
Ortons, yes, indeed. We like Ortons.
Ah.
That's a Ulster Scots word. We'll explain that later. So I didn't realise that you were a father of King Puck. King Puck Fair is round about
He
this
was
time of the year, isn't it?
King.
Isn't it round about this time of the year, King Puck?
He was the king of the king.
The first time I ever went there, I was only about 18. I was in this old band, you see, and I had no way you know nothing when you're 18. And I arrived there, and I couldn't believe it. It was like primitive Stone Age rituals. It was great.
It was, Gerry. It would bring you back to old times. Like.
Absolutely, it's a throwback. And then I've been back a number of times since, and I always loved it. But the horse fair at Ballinasloe, that's an ancient tradition. That
You cannot beat it.
that's 2,000 years old. The horse fair at
And
Ballinasloe.
to see young ones, young goslings, like all the sight is cubs riding barebacked,
Well, you,
and they'll show you the horse, you know, and
Uh-huh.
put it. You get trotters and pacers and racers.
See, this is all going back to our Celtic past, and indeed, in your case, our Ulster Scots past. This is great. You see, this is all coming together.
Maybe I've lived too long.
You shall live until the Lord decides.
But that's right.
cut you down.
That's one thing about you, Gerry. I have to handle. You're a great friend of the Lord.
Indeed, the Lord has always been good to me.
He's always been good to you.
Indeed, without any encouragement.
No, but you do good work.
I do good work, and the Lord
And you
the Lord
have
sees
more-
this through
you
the
have
clouds.
more
He's
people
look
out there.
every once in a while the rain clears, and God sees me
I
through the
know.
clouds.
He smiles on you.
He does indeed, and he goes, "There's young Anderson doing the Lord's work."
Ah.
Thank you, Geordie.
Bad news.
What's that?
Your tree is dead.
It's not dead. I walked past it the other day, and
Well, it's not far off it.
I peed on it. Just to make,
No, but the dog swiddles on it.
doesn't do any harm. A little ammonia now and again. My tree is fruit. Gerry Kelly's tree is dying. That's the one opposite. It doesn't get any sun.
Well, I know one of them was that.
He was planted in the shade.
Martha was there. Martha, yeah.
Martha? Peed up against my tree?
No, murdered.
Oh, sorry. I think we've lost you.
Murdered.
Myrtle. Who's Myrtle?
You know the red flannel drawers. Murdered.
Yes, sorry.
She makes her own now.
Well, she wouldn't have peed against a tree, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And she's got another roll of red flannel.
Is she?
Uh-huh.
Well, there'll be more knickers on the line
Yes,
very shortly.
that's quite right.
Yes, Geordie, go away. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye. See if I got rid of him very quickly. My attention span is getting shorter.
No, I've noticed that you pulled a stroke this morning.
What did I do?
You're not well.
Nothing wrong with
You
me.
are not well.
Nothing wrong with me.
I saw you rubbing your stomach, and your wee face was wretched in pain. I saw it. You didn't think anyone was looking. I saw you caress your stomach and go, oh.
Well,
I said, he's not well today.
I had a rough time in the toilet.
Oh,
Not everybody can say that.
shut up.
Everything wasn't right. It wasn't right.
Stop it, step toe.
You're the one that started it.
One scotch